Hey guys, Rob here. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through some actual scripts that you can use to reach out to people over LinkedIn to see if they are interested in your business. I'm going to teach you ways to start a conversation. And these are strategies and tactics that I have done over the years, which have helped me build up my business, helped me stand out from the noise over LinkedIn and actually get noticed, and helped me get a response from potential people. There's going to be some psychology in this video. There's going to be some strategy as well, but I'm going to walk you through exactly what you should be doing and my thought process as well. So it helps you as a business owner actually use LinkedIn to get more leads for your business. Now, to demonstrate this a little bit better for you, I'm actually going to come over to my good friend Herbert's profile here. And essentially, Herbert is an agency owner. He helps education brands scale. He uses advertising, paid advertising. He signs people as clients and they pay him. So he manages all their ads for them and does all these crazy things. Herbert's a good friend of mine, so I'm sure he won't mind me showing you his profile whilst we walk through how a potential business owner would like to be reached out to. So if Herbert was my target audience and I was your typical lead generation LinkedIn guy, I would look at Herbert. I'd briefly check what Herbert's headline says here, and then I'd send him a really untailored message saying something like, "Hey, Herbert, noticed you were a business owner. Me too. It would be great to connect, to share ideas, dash Rob." And what's going to happen here, the psychology of what's going to happen is Herbert is going to look quickly at my profile. And he's going to see, I help B2B consultants and service providers get more leads through LinkedIn. He's going to see my untailored message to him, and he's immediately going to shut off and ignore me. And the reason why, most people make this mistake, so please listen here, guys. The reason why he's going to shut off is the same reason that you open up your emails every day, don't even click on most of them, and turn your email app off, right? The reason why is like it fades into the abyss, and the abyss is basically filled with loads of other people who are doing this very similar approach. So first step is you have to stand out when you are trying to connect with people, right? So that's mistake one. Mistake two is sometimes people will just go straight for the pitch. I noticed you were an agency owner. I have a program which can get you 10 to 15 leads per month if you are open to a call. Unfortunately, I cannot spell basic words, so I'm trying to actually walk you through things here, but I might just look embarrassing instead. So this is another version of a hyper untailored message to people. So, "Hi Herbert, I noticed you're an agency owner. I have a program which can get you 10 to 15 leads per month if you are open to a call." Some people pitch on the first message. Now, I'm not saying this never used to work. If we rewind back time to 2018, the start of 2019, the two approaches I've just showed you could be quite effective to someone like Herbert, right? It could be effective to getting them on a call. But times have changed. We have seen possibly the biggest type of great resignation in history where tons of people quit their jobs and came online to start their own business. We have seen tons of people come onto LinkedIn and abuse the direct messaging feature to the point where LinkedIn took the connection request limit from pretty much unlimited per week. You could send out unlimited connection requests and reduced it all the way to 100, which is still very fair if you consider it with other platforms. But the point of the matter is this type of approach is problematic. It creates a bad user experience for people like Herbert or me who receive this type of message. There's no real human connection here. The psychology behind humans is we constantly crave human connection. We constantly need to, feel at least adequate or important to people who are reaching out to us. We need to feel that, otherwise we blank out of it. And it needs to be a little bit differentiated from the typical crowd. So I will show you inside of my inbox here. I've got a person who's named Shafiq, top 5 certified badge freelancers at People Per Hour freelance marketplace. So I know this person probably wants business from me. Need A player salespeople for your business? Message me for info. This person hasn't actually sent me a connection request message, so I can only go off their headline. I know they are in business for themselves. I know they probably want actually business from me. Again, right? You scroll down a little bit here. Hi, I'm top rated freelancer at Upwork, having 4 years of virtual assistance. They've included their contract page on Upwork. So they want business from me. Hi, my name is, I can't pronounce that name, I'm sorry, man. And I'm looking to connect with other B2B marketing professionals like yourself, Rob. How do I know this person hasn't connected with hundreds of other people because they just want business? So there's a lesson here, and the lesson is people send out all these types of connection requests all the time. And if you're a guy or a girl watching this, I would compare this approach to, we enter a bar, let's just say we're a man or a woman. We see a person who we are attracted to in there. And straight away, we go up to the person and we ask them to marry us or to get into a relationship with us, right? How many people, sane people, I'm sure there'd be a few who would say yes, but how many sane people who would actually turn around and be like, you know what, that's a good idea, right? When that happens to them all the time. Not many, right? The same thing is true with business and networking, trying to get opportunities. So I've kind of painted out the problem for you here. And I hear you asking in your head, so Rob, how do we actually approach people? Well, I would take a very tailored approach with LinkedIn reducing down the amount of connection requests you can send per week to just 100. We can't go with a quantity approach anymore. Sure, if we were able to send 1,000 per week out to potential ideal clients, and we went with the standard non-tailored connection request, sure, we might come across the odd person out of every 1,000 who would take us up on our offer to actually jump on a call with us. We just can't do it anymore. We haven't got the quantity there, and also everyone else is still trying to do this approach, which makes it even less effective. So how I would approach someone like Herbert is, first of all, I'd come onto Herbert's profile and I would look at what he does. That might sound like common sense to you, but what is common sense is not often common practice, and most people ignore this step. I would look at Herbert's profile. I'd make a little note about what he does, helping education brands attract and convert more students with paid advertising. I would have a look through some of Herbert's recent pieces of content. I'd look at his experience when I'd look through his profile, and I would see if we've got any potential mutual friends. We are friends in real life, so there's a lot of mutual friends there. But basically, I would look at him here and I would say to him, let's create this message right now. Hi, Herbert. I was speaking with, who have we got here? We got Alex Asher the other day, and he mentioned that you were, I don't know, big in the agency space. Okay. So the first thing I've done here is I gave a reason for connecting with the person. Those people who we can see in my inbox here, instantly, I have disqualified them because they've not gave a reason for connecting with me. So I fell on my assumptions that these people probably want to actually sell me something. So it's important to note, I measured this over thousands of connection requests. If you send a tailored connection request to someone, over 100 people, you will see an extra 5 people out of that. It's about 5% of people who actually will connect with you. Right. So you want to send a connection request message actually when you are connecting with people, saying their name, saying, hey, blah, 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 this is the reason why I want to connect, right? So that's one opening statement. A second opening statement is, I could say 4 video formulas that work for your education business. So I'm looking on his posts right now. He's giving out amazing tips, and obviously I'm biased, but like Herbert gives out absolutely amazing tips for agency owners or the education space. So I could say, I'm just going to like that there. I'm going to say, hey, Herbert, I've just read your post on 4 video formulas. Oops, 4. Trying to tailor this. I can't even get the numbers right. 4 video formulas. I've never seen anyone else mention the importance of story before. All right. Thought I'd connect. All right. How much more likely is Herbert going to actually accept that connection request when it comes in his inbox, right? It's going to be way more likely. Why? Because it's highly tailored and highly specified. And it didn't take me a lot of time to do. Maybe like 1 minute to scroll his profile, to look through his, his section. And if you do this for 100 people, which you're currently allowed on LinkedIn per week, 100 minutes to actually connect with ideal clients where you're going to be building real connections with them, where you're actually going to, be increasing the amount of potential that you have to actually work with this person because you're starting a relationship. Herbert's actually going to most likely send me a message back to this. So what do we do next? Well, we need to start talking to him on a level he can understand. At this point, he's probably already responded to me, but I would ask him a question about this post. I would say something like, have you noticed any difference between actually sending out explainer videos, that's what he's talking about just on this section here, explainer videos versus testimonials, which is also what he's talking about, when it comes to, we got to speak his language as well. He's a business owner. When it comes to converting potential students, right, then we're going to make a statement of our own. I noticed that, oddly enough, testimonials didn't perform as well explainer videos, right? Curious of your thoughts. Okay, great. So we've got this tailored message to him. So one thing I want to get clear to you guys is that when we are trying to connect with people over LinkedIn, we're not trying to get married to them or start a relationship with, date them on the first day. What we are trying to do is start the very foundations of a relationship. And you can only do that because you've got no trust in this situation. It is if you actually initiate a conversation. So all I'm doing here is I'm initiating a conversation. That is my sole goal. I might have on my board, I want to get to 50 grand a month with my business, but it doesn't matter because I'm dealing with people. I'm not dealing with business, so to speak. I'm just dealing with people because Herbert runs a business, right? So I have to convince him before he will let me help his business, right? So think of it that way. We're going to start a conversation now, and then we're going to lead the conversation on. We're going to have a bit of back and forth, and then I'm going to introduce what I do and see if Herbert actually is interested in what I've got to offer. If you do this approach for your business, it is much, much, much easier to get clients from LinkedIn in 2022 when we've got a connection request limit, when we have a lot of people out there who are sending very untailored messages to people. This is how you stand out, guys. You stand out by actually caring. It's an old networking philosophy. If you need to know more about networking, I highly recommend you pick up, there's a few different books on it. So one is How to Win Friends and Influence People. Another one is Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi. These are great, great books. So I recommend you start there. So if you found these strategies helpful, I've created a powerful LinkedIn course that I have included below this video, which is focused around lead generation, selling to clients, what to say in the conversation messenger, actually getting people interested in what you have to offer. Everything is packed into that course, including how I get up to 30 leads a month, including how I've went from charging $7 an hour to commanding 5-figure rates from higher ticket clients who want private consulting from me. I've included it all in this course and it's very cheap. It's just below for you. I hope you enjoy this video. Leave me a comment, leave me a like if you feel like it did help you. And take care. See you in the next one, guys.